Hello, good afternoon. Today I'm very happy to welcome Kat Fenton speaking to us live from Minnesota. Are you in Minnesota?
I am. Thank you for
Uh,
asking. Actually,
yeah,
I live in Wisconsin, but I do all of my performances in Minnesota.
yes. Hello, Kat. How are you?
I'm
Welcome
great. I'm
to
great.
our
Thanks for
live
asking. How are you?
Unique 10 Seasons greetings. Thank you very much for joining us. Kat, tell me, I think you were raised in Minnesota and you studied there as well.
I
Tell me
did.
about the entertainment industry in that part
Okay.
of the United States.
Awesome. Okay. Well, thanks for asking. So, I grew up in Minnesota on the east side of St. Paul, where we have a little edge. And I studied theatrical arts at the U of M. And my mom has always been supportive of me, but my dad wanted me to do something else, not be an actor. And as far as the industry goes in Minnesota, everything is pretty gracious. There's been a lot of opportunity in Minnesota. There have been films made in Minnesota. So I was happy to be a part of one of those where I was actually behind the scenes and I was a stand in for Shelley Long and Amber Amber Timlinson, and it was it was amazing. So I got to meet the crew, the staff, and I had done some other theater and film performances as well. So this was a great fit to be behind the scenes and to learn about that aspect of acting.
But I know that Minnesota was the location of many Hollywood films.
Yes.
All kind of genres, comedy, western. You know. But tell me, is there like an industry there, like a production, like cinema, theater, or only Minnesota is like a rich location for different genres of Hollywood films?
Well, I think the reason why Minnesota is so attracted to Hollywood is Minnesota has a lot of different seasons, as you mentioned, and there's so many landscapes. You know, we have Bemidji, we have Paul Bunyan, there is the Capitol. We've got Minnesota is actually a very beautiful state, and it's very welcoming when Hollywood does come to Minnesota. It's exciting. There's so many different friends of mine who participate in the film industry as well. And it's exciting to see them all in different aspects, in different scenes. It is not a easy process. Sometimes everyone from California, for example, they come to Minnesota and they get a shell shock and they do not realize how cold it is here. And it's kind of fun because it's 17 degrees and they're all bundled up in, these big hats and scarves and big gloves and snowmobile suits where we're just wearing like a jacket and no hat. And we're like, okay. So it's kind of fun in that aspect to work with uh, people from Los Angeles and California, and find out that our climate does change, and they end up having a really great time and a great feel for Minnesota.
Yes, Kate. I see in the Internet Movie Database, maybe it's only your filmography, but I see and I know you do also other type of performance. But let me ask you about your films. I see you did a lot of short films. Tell me, what do short films give to you as an actress, as a performer? Why do you like to participate in short films?
Okay, the reason why I like to participate in short films is there are different types of characters that I get to play. For example, there was a film that I was in. It was called Fighting History, and it was about an alcoholic mother, and she does not have a good relationship with her daughter. So, in order to do that scene and do that short film, I kind of had to study and morph alcoholic behaviors. And I pretty much nailed it because there were three different people that got up and left during that short film during an award ceremony. And afterwards, I had a gal come up to me and she apologized and she said, I am so sorry I left. The film was great, but you reminded me of my mother. So I nailed it. And the short films are fun because when you do a short film, even though it takes 4 days to do these short films, sometimes it's even longer than that. But 24-hour Films Fest obviously is 48-hour film fest is obviously 48 hours, but these short films take a lot of work as well. I mean, you have to get your producers, you still have to get your locations, you still have to get your talent, and you have to kind of depend on the weather. Sometimes the weather will take a big consideration as far as getting pushed back. If you're looking for a sunny day and if it's been raining for 3 days, you're not going to get that sunny day. So the reason why I like the short films is because of that. It's a little more challenging.
And besides cinema, I think you talked to me about participating in shorts and big productions. But parallel to that, I see your photos on Facebook. You do performance, you do radio, you have a guitar. I don't know if you
Yes.
still sing as well. Tell us about the other aspect of your artistic life.
Okay. Well, I do play several instruments. My guitar and violin are my most proficient. And what I like, I do go to different vineyards. I actually opened at a place where they were introducing a new beer called the ukulele. So I got to feature in that and play my ukulele. So my instruments are my therapy. So I like to play. I like to compose. I like to write. I love to sing. Uh, I I just I need to do more with my music. But as far as getting performances at different venues, it's coming back. COVID ruined that for a lot of performers, and it's nice to just get back into it. So, and as far as the comedy scene goes, I had a venue with my troop friends, Scenes from a Hat, and we had a show back in September at the House of Comedy at the Mall of America that was very successful. Again, it's just coming back and growing after this global pandemic.
Yes, speaking of COVID, tell me, was Minnesota and the surrounding part really affected, or it was lesser than the populated states we know, like New York and California
Mhm.
and Florida? How was the situation, and how was it right now?
Well, another great question. COVID really ruined a lot of performances for not only myself, but for my um, entertaining and my comedy family, my theatrical family, my film family. We had uh, we had venues at the Mall of America that ended up getting canceled. Um, not this last May, but the May before. I do an in live studio audience where I not only direct, I run the camera, I am a production assistant as well as a performer, and that is at Town Square Television. Since COVID, we have not been back in the studio. They're talking about February, and in the meantime, we're doing online uh, broadcasts, but it's been very difficult. And I know it's hurting our community by not being able to get back out into the public. So a lot of my friends have, uh, like I said, we've gone on to online just to keep life going, to keep comedy going, to make people smile. And, if you're isolated in your homes, at least we can put a smile on your face and we can make you laugh.
This is a very nice, beautiful task, But Kat, right now we are expecting Christmas and we celebrated Thanksgiving. Tell me, do you have plans or dreams for the next year?
Yes, I plan on doing more in the theater. I plan on getting out there and doing more auditions. They do have, you have to submit, since everything's back. I have submitted into different theater groups to be on their audition list. I am loading up some music, and I would like to play at a pretty big vineyard in St. Croix Falls, and where a lot of Minnesotans go to. And I just want to be able to grow and get back into the community and give. It's not about the money for me. It's about giving and making people smile and making people laugh.
Great, great. I think part of the immune system is to keep yourself in a very good condition,
Mhm.
positive thinking. Been listening to an Egyptian therapist who's been saying that worrying, can hurt you a lot and can affect your immunity against viruses. So I think
Mhm.
comedy does that for our heart and our thinking, and people I think should think positively, about tomorrow, that it will be better all the time. Otherwise, we wouldn't survive any problem, professional or personal.
Absolutely. That you hit the nail on the head.
Mhm.
Absolutely. We can't worry about a week. We can't worry about a month. Let's live for today and let's get our self-care and let's get our help for today. Then tomorrow you start again. When we think too far into the future, we get tangled up, and if it doesn't work out, then we get into this deep depression, and we need to just live day to day, do our self-care, and live. And you live for your family, you live for your friends, you live for your pets. I have three of them. And just move forward, and keeping that positive attitude. I know we're going to have a good year. I know we can fight this, and I know we're going to have a bright future in the comedy, the theatrical, and the movie and the film screen. And television. It's going to be great. We just need to be positive and live day to day.
Yes, yes. Great, Cat. I want to thank you very much for this beautiful interview.
Thank
And
you.
I wish you all the best in the upcoming period. And please enjoy the holidays with your family and friends. And we hope to see you in Minnesota attending a shooting of a Western or something, because I need to practice as well. Riding
Well, you
horses.
will. And I would like to wish the happiest holidays to you and yours as well. Thank you again for having me. I had a wonderful time.
You too. Good luck in everything. Have
Thank
a
you.
wonderful evening. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.